So I was born and raised in New York City, and I pride myself on being a die-hard New Yorker. Though on a recent trip, I realized that I've lost my New York edge, and so I'm processing what that means. While I was growing up in New York, within school I was interested in math and science, but I also always gravitated towards the observation of people. I was fascinated with them and how they interacted. My parents sort of keyed on the math science portion of it and suggested that I become an engineer, study engineering in college. And in fact, I took that suggestion and I studied chemical engineering while I was at Princeton University. While I was there, I also, I was interested in business, but I didn't really know how to engage with that as an engineering student. But I found myself managing and running a student agency, the Holiday Wreath Agency. And through that experience, IBM found me, and they were interested in the intersection of my technological background from engineering, but my displayed interest in the business world. And so I was hired to become a marketing representative for them in New York City, and I was actually a sales rep. A little bit of the irony is that at that time I had one other job offer that was actually in the chemical engineering field, but I was really called to work for IBM. There's a little bit of a difference in the salary. And so the person who was recruiting me asked me, what would make the difference, and I simply explained that I had this other offer that was paying a little bit more. And she matched that. And so that was really my first exposure to formal negotiations. Little did I know that I would be spending so much of my time as a sales rep negotiating. I was on a large account team, and my job was to sell hardware and software. And really what that entailed was negotiating with my clients on their behalf. And I became fascinated with this process. Found that the more people knew you, the more they trusted you, the better the relationship, the smoother the negotiations went. And so I decided that while I was really enjoying my experience at IBM, I wanted to systematically understand that. And so I found that there were opportunities to systematically study it in graduate school, and went off and did that. And I was able to marry my interest in math and the scientific method with my interest in negotiations and the observation of people. So ultimately, I can bring math and science to helping people get better deals.